Near the geographical center of North America in a little town called Brandon, Manitoba, Canada, this is the show about food and fun places and the mayhem of life. Welcome, all social media platforms. Hour 1, Hour 2 is exclusively at twitch.tv/Tyler Glenn Show. Welcome to those listening to the podcast. Welcome to those in southern Manitoba and around the world. It's a thirsty Thursday. We call this day Friday's Eve in these parts. Welcome to it. Wherever you are, I hope you're safe and warm, and we're going to get you fed, and we're going to get some funny to you, and we're going to get you some news of the day. You know, it's part of this nutritious breakfast. Good morning to our sun seekers. We got more snow on the way. Now, here we'll start with some good news. The watches and warnings have ended for southern Manitoba, and that's some good news. The bad news is we've got another 5 centimeters of snow coming our way. So we are not done with the snow yet. We're going to get to some of your pictures in just a second. Also to some breaking news this morning. Some really troubling breaking news. We'll get to that in just a second. First, let's take a look outside and give you a live shot of what we're seeing across southern Manitoba, and it is white. It is a white start to the morning. It's a white start to the day. Hey, it's a white start to the morning. I hope everyone's doing okay. Hey, it's pretty white out there. Yeah, boys and girls, we got snow. Now, earlier this week, there were certain people on social media, I won't mention them, who were saying, you know, this is a whole lot of nothing. Probably not much will come of the impending storm system coming our way. And maybe people were just a little overreacting, and nothing will come of it. Oh, they couldn't be more wrong. They couldn't have been more wrong. But opinions are like arseholes. Everybody has one. That's the beauty of the internet. And because we are tied into some internet webcams, looks as if Winnipeg got so much snow that the webcam is completely covered. Somebody has to get up on the pole and wipe the window of the downtown Winnipeg cam top left. Can someone wipe the camera? We need it wiped, and some of them are dark, but you can see we've got snowpack on 16 and 10. That camera, Grand Valley's looking good. Number 1 east into Winnipeg is looking good. And actually, Winnipeg did not get as much snow as we did in the Brandon region. So if you're headed that way, you'll probably have a much more of a smooth sail into Winnipeg than you will trucking around southern Manitoba. Now, there were multiple accidents reported yesterday. Nothing serious, but there was a half dozen fender benders. So please exercise caution again today. Please be careful if you're hitting the highway. We're not through this yet. We need to get some sun to the asphalt and melt it a little bit and create some dry conditions. So even though things may look okay where you're driving, please give yourself extra time and slow it down when you hit the road today, okay? Here's what the air temperature is looking like across North America. We're going to pull up the North American map, and you know what? We're still not in the thick of the cold either. If you see this in Saskatchewan and Alberta, you're in it now. Waking up the temperatures in the mid-minus teens. Maybe had to plug in last night. It is cold across Montana, Saskatchewan, and Alberta. You've got the worst of it, and it is headed our way. As far as the wind chill is concerned, this is what you're experiencing. We've got the wind chill here already. We do have winds picking up. Environment Canada saying that along with the 5 centimeters of snow and the temperature not being all that great, we will have winds out of the northwest gusting at times to 40, and that is going to create a bit of a wind chill for us. So that's what we've got in the weather. That's how things are looking as far as the roads go. We'll continue to update you as the morning goes on, should the situation warrant. But we begin with some disturbing breaking news this morning. This is coming out of the States. There has been a mass shooting last night. This happened late yesterday evening. And it happened apparently at a bowling alley and a bar in a place called Lewiston, Maine. Why do you care? This town is about the size of Brandon, and it's actually quite close to the Canadian border.
And unfortunately, that's not the case. And
these poor folks have been on the air all night long because the guy that did it, the guy who took part in this mass shooting, is still on the loose in Maine, and this is very close to the Canadian border, about just over an hour away from the Canadian border. And this is just a terrible 15 to 20 people killed, up to 50 people injured. Again, this was in Maine. Take a look at the timestamp on this video here. This is 3 o'clock in the morning last night.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard for everybody. It's hard for people who are watching. It's hard for people who are going through it and living through it. Again, everybody seemingly reaching out to everybody. Like you see a lot of communications of, stay safe, I love you.
Just want to make sure you're all right.
Yeah, just check-ins for people who maybe had no business or even were ever going to be in Androscoggin County tonight, but just, I don't care where you are. Just want to check in, make sure you're okay, let you know I love you. This is awful. And the common theme of sadness of what is happening in our state certainly goes everywhere. We did talk about Michael Soschuk.
Okay, so this guy is still on the loose. Here is the details that are known this morning. 15 to 20 people have been killed. Up to 50 have been injured, according to law enforcement sources. They're looking for a guy named Robert Card, who is 40 years old. He is a person of interest in connection with the shooting at a bar and recreation center. Officials have urged residents in Lewiston and Auburn to shelter in place in Maine. Lewiston police said a manhunt is underway for the person allegedly connected to the shootings. We're monitoring this as well. I can't believe that there's not more Canadian media on this, quite honestly, because if for nothing else, this is close to the Canadian border. I'm thinking they probably sealed the border off in the northeastern part of the states because Maine borders on Quebec. And I'm thinking if this guy did something nasty and wanted to get the hell out of Dodge, he would probably come up to Canada. So anyway, we're watching it. This little town, it's so sad. They're about 40,000 people, not that much smaller than Brandon. And there is, it's about 30 miles north of Portland, actually. And I am just going to update this so we get the absolute latest in this. This is actually going live now. This is their live feed this morning.
Available for people. And you brought up a really good point. Trauma can be cumulative.
What's happening, what's the latest, but the kids don't necessarily need to be around for that. So how do you balance the need to know versus let's take a walk?
know that this was her loss in this situation.
Tasha says it's close to my home. I remember Bangor being close to New Brunswick.
With us, in such a time of crisis, and she'll be having hard conversations with their children throughout the day. So this is about as far as we go with identification of any of the victims, and this is what we want to know: who was hurt, who was killed in this terrible situation.
And the other thing we also know as a fact is that Robert Card has not been found yet. So he is the one who has been described as the person.
This is what the guy looks like. Well, the person of interest, I should say.
1983, and he has been looked for quite some time now, and again, and to our knowledge, not found yet. But this is the person that police say, if you happen to see, if you're in a community where there isn't a stay-at-home order, and maybe you're out and you happen to see him or even someone who looks like him, and they're very specific about that, don't hesitate to call. Better to call, be safe than sorry, even if you think that you've seen Robert Card, and report it to your local law enforcement. And we're expecting to get an update from Maine State Police as well as Governor Mills 10:30 here, so about 2 hours and 20 minutes or so from now. That will happen in Lewiston. So
Card, a resident of Bowdoin.
Okay, so we're going to continue to monitor this, and should there be any updates, we'll be sure to let you know. Hopefully they get this guy, this person of interest. As Paul says, this is sad, but the right to bear arms continues. Well, when you have the right to bear arms, and then, the real problem, as far as I'm concerned, is mental health issues, which is a problem in every country, quite honestly, is that we have yet to take those mental health issues as seriously as we should be. And it's not just for situations like this, it's for all situations. Mental health is health. And if we don't get a handle on the mental health crisis in all our countries, there is going to be some devastating consequences. Now, in this country, we don't have access to readily available weapons like they do in the States, but we have seen incidents in this country too. So we have to be very careful. People, when they are not well, will do all kinds of things that are dangerous, and using all kinds of things to inflict damage and pain. So mental health is incredibly important. So again, if you're not feeling good, if you're feeling like the snow is bugging you, if you're feeling like the cold is not good, and listen to me for a second here. Okay, listen. That is normal. It is normal to go through a seasonal bit of sadness, and what's good is to talk about it. What is good is to share that information with someone. And if you're not feeling good, just reach out to somebody and let them know. You don't got to, if you want to go running and get some professional help, that's great, but just mention it to someone, because so many people sit in silence, and it's really important that you talk to someone, speak to someone, anybody, even here in the Sunseeker show. The Sunseeker chat. Give us a hey, I'm struggling, and or reach out to me, whatever you need to do to make sure that you can get the supports that you need. Okay, we will have fun stuff, I promise. We also have some news on the school board elections locally, bringing it back to Brandon. We've got news on that, and a local weatherman trending across Manitoba yesterday. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Speaking of the news, we used to have a little TV station in our town, and the weatherman, his name was Ron Thompson, and we're going to inject a little bit of Ron into your day. But first, I know I'm late on this. I apologize, but we can't not welcome our early morning Sunseekers into chat this morning. Thank you so much for being with us early, and thanks for your patience. Revenition and Tasha Licious. And Tasha sent me some pictures of her yard. It's interesting that Tasha sent me pictures of her yard and the beautiful fall colors to start the week. And now it's like a winter wonderland. It's like within 48 hours, such a dramatic change. We'll take a look at that in a second. Good morning to you both. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Jody Caslick. Good morning, Porky Jr. Apparently, Porky Jr. was playing Santa Claus yesterday, too, and brought a whole bunch of food to Tasha. How nice is that? How lucky are you? Merry Christmas. Quentin is here. Good morning and congratulations, Quentin, on a great campaign for school board. Quentin was not one of the final two of the 500 that ran yesterday. It was a big group, but Quentin was in the top one half of the group. So hats off to you, Quentin, on your run for school board. And it's a tough thing to run in anything. And what has he done? 2 elections in 2 years? And so, it takes a lot to put your name forward. And way to go. Congratulations. And campaign well run. And we'll see what happens with these school board people. I can't really say one way or another what's going to happen. I don't really know the people who won that well. I do know that there were a lot of people that ran, and there was a great turnout at my polling station. I'll tell you, there was a lot of people voting yesterday. It was pretty crazy. Now, I did go at 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon, but one of the comments I had was, man, this is great for democracy. You got to have some kind of polarizing issue to get people off their arse and into a polling station, apparently. I guess Trump had it right. Get people mad. And I'll tell you, where I was, it appeared that both sides of the education issue were motivated and angry to some degree, some more angry than others. And it got them to the polls. And I don't know. There's something about that makes me go, well, we got lots of people voting. That's a good thing, isn't it? Isn't that how it's supposed to go? Anyway, Zumba Bernice is here. Good morning, Zumba Bernice. Welcome, Sharon Pierce. I apologize. Welcome to you. Good morning. And Polar Bear is here too. It's nice to see you again this morning. Nick Adams, good day to you. Good day, Trev Webb. Nice to see you this morning as well. Kathy Yates. Boy, my mouth is not working that great, is it? Good morning to Jody. Good morning, Jody. Good morning, Kathy Yates. Nice to see you. Bubbles B. How's the number 1 highway from Verdun to Brandon this morning? Well, you know what? I would love to tell you, but the Oak Lake camera that is supposed to be running is not running. This is a Department of Highways issue that I have told them about, and they apparently are not in a hurry to get that fixed. Now, can we guess? Does anybody have any information on that highway? I would think that, listen, Bubbles B, just take her slow. Take her slow on the highways, okay? Just be slow. Shoal Lake, which is on that's to the north, though. I would say just be really, really careful, okay? We'll see if that thing kicks in the next few hours, next few days. We continue to monitor. I contemplated taking that camera off. I don't know if they're ever going to fix it. I can't get a response. They don't care. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, also good morning to Megan. This morning, nice to see you. Lindy Lux, good morning to you. Nice to see you along with Derek. It's great to see you. Debbie is here too. Happy Thursday to all. Debbie, nice to see you and welcome aboard. Welcome into the beach bunker. Yes. Revenition says the issue is you can't x-ray the brain like you would a physical injury. A lot of time mental health situations just get dismissed. That is so true. That is very true, Revenition. Happy Thursday to all. Tasha Lisser said CJOB just said that Highway 16 is icy from Menadosa to Russell. Well, thank you. Menadosa to Russell is, well, look at that. There it is. You can see it with your own eyes. That does not look great. Now, Russell, you can't see it because they don't have that camera with a light next to it. Not exactly super smart place to put a camera. But anyway, I'm not in charge of that. But you can see on the 16 and 10 camera that things are snow-covered and slippery, so be careful. Misbehaving must be sleeping in. Yeah, I haven't seen Miss B yet this morning. Nope. She might be sleeping. You can sleep in now and again. That can happen. That can happen. So welcome. Welcome. Let's get things going. So Tasha sent me some pictures of the snow yesterday, and the snow in her yard, this is kind of what we're looking at in the Brandon region. Maybe you didn't get as much in your neck of the woods, but that's pretty much here to stay. This is kind of how we're looking in Brandon. This is Tasha's front yard. And the car is covered. The trees are covered. Everything is covered. Everything is covered up. I didn't see her active on so is she lurking? You see her? She hasn't been feeling well, guys. She's probably sipping her hot toddy. So they're look at that winter wonderland. Look at the winter wonderland. And what's funny is that earlier this week, she's sending me the pictures of her front yard when it was. So this was, when was this? Monday. So we go from this on Monday to the snow that we have got now. How the seasons can change so fast in this part of the world is pretty incredible. Yeah, this was actually on Tuesday. This is like 48 hours ago. Like, I'm out for a walk. Look at the leaves. Look at how great it is outside. Oh, this is so awesome. You can see those last few leaves on that path have fallen. And then 48 hours. Oh, look at the puppy. Oh, she sends me lots of pictures. And then 48 hours later, poof, snow covers everything. Nick says, I'm not about to make that here-to-stay prediction about the snow. Usually when I say those 3 words, I'm quite wrong 3 times a year even. Well, wouldn't that be nice? That would be fantastic if we were wrong about that. But I don't think so, because the forecast is looking like it is going to be cold for a while. Here's the Environment Canada forecast. 0 today with another 5 centimeters of snow and wind. Snow tonight, snow on Friday. So even though the watches and warnings have ended, we are still going to get the snow, and then cold on the other side of that. So temperatures well below 0. For our American friends, we are going to be into the 20s now up here. We're into the high 20s, and that's pretty much where we're going to stay for, well, winter. We'll see you in April. See you in April as things start to freeze over. Winter is... Debbie believes the snow will be gone. I don't know about that, Debbie. Now, if you did get just a skiff of snow, then maybe it'll disappear. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. That's some pretty cold temperatures. At least we'll have some sunshine. Hey, the ultimate Christmas party alternative, John Doerr. Bring your crew to see comedian John Doerr. Sunday, November 19th, John Doerr alongside the talented Jordan Wellwood. John Doerr is an Ottawa-based sensation, 10 comics to watch by Variety magazine. He recently won the Juno Award for Best Comedy Album, and his impressive comedy credits include CBS's How I Met Your Mother, ABC's How to Live with Your Parents, the stand-up show with John Doerr on CTV Comedy, and The Lake on Prime Video. Tickets are just $25 for a comedy show. Get them fast. This isn't the biggest venue. It's over at the amphitheater at the Keystone Center, and that is a pretty good price point, if I do say so myself. $25. It is a 16-plus show, though, so keep that in mind, okay? Get your tickets for John Doerr. Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. November 19th at the amphitheater at the Keystone Center. Today is Hockey Card Day with Tim Hortons of Westman and area with 10 locations to serve you. Of course they've got great food. Of course they've got great coffee. But did you know they could send you to the 2024 Stanley Cup Final? All you got to do is be buying those Tim Hortons hockey cards, and chances are you are, or someone you know is, and now it's time to trade. And again, speaking of showing up early, you're going to want to show up early for the hockey card trading nights. They go tonight, 18th Street Tim Hortons and the Dauphin Tim Hortons on Main Street. This is a huge deal. It is one of the events that Tim Hortons literally packs the place every time they do it. There's going to be 3 of them. It goes tonight. It goes November 2nd and November 9th. Again, at the Tim Hortons on Main in Dauphin, and the Tim Hortons on 18th Street in Brandon. And I'm just going to take a look and see what time it starts. 6 till 8. 6 until 8 tonight. Check that out. It's going to be fun. Share my treats from Porky. Oh, yeah. Why am I going to do that? Did I get any treats? Well, I'll just wait. Hang on a second. Hang on. I'll just wait for Porky Jr. to answer. Do 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 do. Oh, is chat broken? Testing. 1 2. Is chat broken? Testing. 1 2. Yeah. All of a sudden, Tasha got treats from Porky Jr. What's that all about? You will be next, my friend. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure. No, Tasha's and look at what Tasha got from Porky Jr. Look at this. So explain to us what this is, Porky Jr. You got to be fast typing here. So this is bacon wrapped what? Bacon wrapped. Look at these. Are these? Oh, that's a skewer. That is. You know what? I need to get some of that spice you got. That looks really good. Or maybe just rattle off what you sent to her. Porky Jr. was in town. Okay, he wrote on these ones. Cream cheese balls with sausage, jalapeno. So where is the store then? Are you selling these out of the back of the Verdun Co-op or what's going on? Where do you selling them out of the trunk of your car? Are you allowed to do that? Porky Jr.'s meat out of the trunk of my car. Oh, I lost it. Hang on a second. Hang on. Oh, you have your own rub. That is cool. Well, there we go. I would just settle for that. That looks awesome. I had no clue until so that's pretty cool. Yeah, we should collab. We should have I got the swag I was telling you yesterday, but I need to get some food products going. But anyway, that looks really good. I would just settle for I'm really into the spices. I would like to try those spices actually, Porky Jr. And try them on some porky chops. We're going to take a quick beach break here in just a second. Did I get a highway update from somebody here? Hang on 2 seconds. Okay, this is from, Revenition. You sent me some video of, and this is, oh my God, this is some slippery road conditions. Holy cow. Where is this? Woof. That is really slippery. Look at that. But you can see that. You can see that I wouldn't even be driving in that, to be honest with you. That is just a sheet of ice. You see those people on TikTok that have taken out a pair of skates and they've taken to the road? Yeah, that is not good. That is not good. I gotta see what the label is on this thing. It just says Manitoba on it. Neepawa, Manitoba. Oi. Oof. Be careful. Very slippery, okay? We're going to take a beach break. We got Ron Thompson. Ron Thompson of CKX Television. Are you kidding me? Oh, my gosh. He was trending across Manitoba yesterday, and we've got that coming up for you. Of course we do. Because we're the show about food and fun places and the mayhem of life. We are seeing a beautiful shot this morning for our first beach break of the Maldives. This is the Karuta Island Resort Cam. Okay, for our first beach break of the morning. And look at this beautiful shot. This is a live shot. They're ending the day there, and we're just getting started on a thirsty Thursday edition of the Tyler Glenn Show, the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. It's so good of you to join us. We're just getting going. For those on the new social platforms, we do this every 30 minutes or so, just some beach time. We also have some intermittent crystal blue beach time. We like to kind of mix that into the show a little bit, especially on those days that have a lot of snow for us. And yesterday was one of those days. As we come back to southern Manitoba, here is how things are looking for us as we venture out onto the roads. I apologize that somebody has got to get up with a little bit of a windshield wiper on that Winnipeg cam. That is the one that's covered. The number 10 south hasn't kicked in yet, but you can see that we've got slippery conditions, mainly to the north of Brandon and to the west. So you can see some glare on that 16 and 10 camera this morning. It is slippery. It's slow going. And 16 at Shoal Lake is slow going as well. A little bit better at 16 at Arden. And if you're headed towards Winnipeg, not too bad. Trans-Canada Highway is reporting normal seasonal driving, but do slow it down. The slippery parts, again, of our highways in our area are to the north and to the west of the city of Brandon. So take her cool if you're hitting the highway this morning. Not quite as bad as what we had yesterday. We did have some fender benders and some emergency crews tending to some accidents. Bridges were especially icy yesterday. Slightly better today, but we do have another 5 centimeters of snow coming and some wind coming today too, okay? Tired Mom is here. Good morning, Tired Mom. Nice to see you. Not so tired. Up and at 'em. K-Don 78 is heading to Winnipeg from Menadosa. Should be okay by then. You go through Arden. That's 16 camera at Arden you'll be going through. And you'll also be traveling the number 1 east at Eli. And you should be good. You should be good. But again, we are getting another 5 centimeters of snow with some wind, so take her slow. You know what, K-Don? Give yourself lots of extra time. I think 80 might be on the menu for you today, okay? Trev says he's traveling 65 down the low road. It's really slippery. So if you're taking the low road, slow her down. Slow her down. Once the salt truck gets out, everything should be good, says Revenition. Should you take 16 or 1? There's a good question K-Don puts to Revenition. Should you take 16 or 1? I'll let the professional handle it. I'm not a professional driver. I'm not even close to a professional driver. Let's take a look at the air temperature map this morning in case you missed it from earlier today. Here is the coldest places in North America, and they are Saskatchewan, Alberta, and Montana. Thanks to that snow that has moved in, it's headed our way, and so is the cold weather. Now, things will clear out, which is going to be nice. We'll have sunshine. But not a whole bunch of heat associated with that. I guess we'll just have to wait and see if the sun is powerful enough to melt that skiff of snow. Apparently not quite as much snow to the north. I'm thinking in the Dauphin region. Did we see Cindy in chat this morning? Wondered how much snow they got up in that area. And here is your wind chill map this morning. Here's the wind chill, and this is where this is the coldest part of the continent this morning. If you can get to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, look at that. Life is good. That is out of the cold. That is about as close as we are to getting out of the cold at this point in time. Okay, back into the beach bunker we go. And yesterday online, I had posted a pic. Actually, in all truthfulness, I was on social media, and I don't know what happened, but somebody had posted a picture of Ron Thompson. Now, just some history here. Ron Thompson, for, I believe, almost 3 decades, was a weatherman in our town. He was the weatherman, the quintessential weatherman. And because our town isn't all that big, our area isn't all that big, he was like a huge celebrity. So, and you know, every time I visited Facebook yesterday, his picture was popping up on me. And I'm thinking, what is the universe telling me here? So I just made this little meme, and it said the most well-known guy in Westman when Brandon had a TV station. And this thing, it went crazy. People were sharing it all over. There was comments about how awesome it was to have him. And what's sad about this is we have lost both the TV station and this TV weatherman. Ron passed away in 2011, and he was a friend of mine, and he was a mentor of mine, and he was a great guy, and he had a great voice, and he was kind to everybody. And so Yeah, it brought back some nice memories on what was kind of a gloomy day for us because of all the snow we had yesterday. But we didn't have Ron telling us that there was snow. Paul says no snow in the Dauphin region. Oh, I'm jealous. I think Paul, our lunch has just got moved up. I think I'm gonna come to the Dauphin just to get out of the snow. You know, the air temperature is a lot better when you don't have snow around. I mean, it's Tired Mom says he was so well known, really friendly. Really friendly. And then so it got me thinking, okay, well, we haven't heard from Ron in so long. There are some videos floating around.
News update.
Oh, this is what he was like. He did read a bit of news too. So here he is.
Good evening. Federal Environment Minister Jean Charest was in Brandon today. He spoke at the Manitoba
He had such a great radio voice.
Superintendent's Conference about a variety of topics from free trade to the new American administration. Charest said that there's mixed feelings about the results of the American election, but says he's pleased about Al Gore's.
And he actually, when he read the news, it made it sound interesting. Not one of these news people is like, in the news, this death and destruction. He was like, yeah, well,
has been in the legislature
this is
for
pretty
4
good.
years.
Yeah, we're having some
Describes
news.
himself as a low-profile member of the Manitoba legislature.
Oh,
The former store manager has represented the North Winnipeg riding of
come to think of it, I can't believe that they had him doing like evening news updates in addition to working the 6 o'clock weather. And he's a hardworking guy. I like this one better. It's a short one, but you can kind of see his personality here reflected a little bit more. Here we go.
A warm night tonight with temperatures around 15, sunny tomorrow, and warmer. Complete weather is coming up shortly.
Complete weather is coming up shortly, right here on CKX Television. Ron Thompson. Oh, yeah. And one more little bit of Ron. This is his weather.
Good evening, everyone. That risk of frost has been changed to a frost warning for tonight as temperatures are forecast.
And what's really interesting is like this is in the 90s, guys. This is the 90s and how technology has changed. I think he still has the old map.
-2 for the forecast low tonight. So indeed, it is going to get cool.
Quentin, you're funny.
Clears out. If the cloud
he's so well dressed. I'm not putting a suit on.
Temperatures of around 0 to +2, but if that cloud does clear out, which it is forecast to do, -2 with light winds, and then that should be it as far as frost is concerned for the
What a great job though. Stand in front of the camera, just give the weather. That'd be great. I so wanted to do that.
Let's have a look at the current conditions. 15 right now. Winds brisk, northwest 28 to 41, humidity 74%. Temperature will drop dramatically over the next few hours as that
what a great career he had.
Right now is the high pressure.
Look at the map. What is it?
Right over
just draw it. We got a high pressure system I drew on with crayon here.
Boundary, but checking the satellite picture right now, it is clear west of the Manitoba Saskatchewan boundary right now. High pressure cell sitting over us, cold dome of Arctic air giving us cold.
Yeah, you know what? It's cold. There's always a cold dome of Arctic air. It's Manitoba.
You can see the temperatures starting to cool off in Saskatchewan, 15 in Regina, 18 in Saskatoon, and cold up.
Someone in the computer room said, "We're screwed." Should have wrote that on the right over top of Manitoba. We're screwed.
And Kelowna, Thunder Bay, 14 degrees in Toronto tonight, 22, 21 Ottawa, 28 Montreal, 23 in St. John, New Brunswick, 21 Halifax.
So that's Ron. That's our Ron. That's our guy.
Now in Labrador City, and the almanac for today is 30.6 in 1960.
Oh, it must have been a
low -6.7, 1956. Normal high is.
We got to get an easy does it. That's the weather.
And the sun rose at 7:14, sets tonight at 4 minutes to 8. Back with the Pulse News exclusive 7-day forecast in just a moment, but right now that regional roundup.
Okay. Oh, he didn't do his trademark. Easy does it. That's the weather.
For tonight. Have a good evening, friends. Easy does it for now. That's the weather.
That's what we're waiting for. Easy does it. That's the weather. You got to have a trademark. Got to have a trademark slogan. Easy does it. That's the weather. So anyway, that was our weather guy. Trending on social media last night. And the interesting thing is that there were some people in Winnipeg even talking about it because he did some stuff for MTN, TV station MTN in Portage, which got into Winnipeg, and they were all owned by the same company, and so people were familiar with him there too. So a little bit of Ron to start your morning. There you go. Okay, what else do we got coming up this morning? Sophie Gregoire, did you see this? Whoa. Whoa, this kind of is being, speaking of underreported news, not that is breaking news or anything like that, but this is a difference between America and Canada in a nutshell. This was in the United States, and there was a high-profile politician, a U.S. president, that was embroiled in a relationship drama like ours was. It would be all over the place. Tabloid fodder, they call that. Sophie Gregoire Trudeau repartnered. I love how we're changing the English language. You know, I'm learning a new word every week. We're calling it repartnered? What? Who did that? Did you hear that? Did you hear Bobby lost Jill? What? Yeah, Jill, I guess, was repartnering with the plumber. What? She was what? Repartnering. I don't understand what you're saying. What do you mean repartnering? She was screwing around with the plumber. She was taking the you-know-what and the you-know-where. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more, say no more. Well, just say that. Say that she was taking the plumber's piping. Ah! The plumber's pipe. Where's misbehaving when we need her? Yeah, so apparently this is what was going on behind the scenes. These are the days of our lives. She is a TV personality from Quebec who really had a thing for Dr. Oz. No, not that Dr. Oz. This was a different Dr. Oz, but he was a wizard nevertheless. Oh, yeah. He grabbed the eye of our Prime Minister's wife and didn't let go. No, oh no, this apparently had happened a few months ago, and apparently it got so serious that she moved in with him. And so, Prime Minister's just being his usual douchebag self. I mean, just, sorry, that slipped. He was being his usual prime ministerial stuff. But then things took a turn. We started seeing marks on his face. We started seeing him acting a little bit irrationally. People started to whisper, saying, oh, things are not all that well. And then when Joe Biden came to visit with Jill, it was like you could sense there was some tension there. But apparently it's come to light that whole Joe and Jill Biden visit and the two of them together and waving at the cameras and holding hands was all BS, all set up for the cameras. See how that's done? Do you see how that's done? So this guy is a surgeon, and apparently, so they started fooling around, and the reason that this even came to light, the reason that this came to light is one news outlet picked up on the story of the divorce proceedings between the doctor and his wife, and that's our media were quick to pounce on a story that was 6 months old. Way to go, guys. Way to go. Canadian media, good job. Good job. I know there's other things going on, and Justin's your friend. Justin is your buddy, your pal, but, these are things we need to know. What does he look like? Cindy wants to know, what does he... Well, I'm glad that you asked on TikTok. You want to see? Okay, here we go. All right. She was a banging this Ottawa doc. There he is. There is the doc. And here comes Justin. Oh. Yeah, he's not a happy camper. So I don't know. To me, this guy looks like a doctor. I don't have any comment. I know women are crazy about Justin. This isn't a flattering picture of Justin. But this is the doctor. What do you think, ladies? Tell us what's going. What do you think, ladies? Yes, no. You'd like to wait in his waiting room, as it were. Say no more. Say no more. Lindy says, I feel for the kids involved. Yeah, I did at the start, and now it's just like, oh man. Not that I don't care about the kids. It's just these parents. Oh boy, this is. I knew this was going to get wonky. There's no way to really predict this is going to happen, but oh man. Derek says PM only likes the young ones anyway. Yeah, he's had his fair share of controversy and alleged payments to students that and their families, allegedly. There's nothing like a good NDA, non-disclosure agreement. Oh, yeah, I know them well. That means you can't say anything, about nothing. Did I say I knew NDAs well? I don't even know what an NDA is. I can't believe we were mentioning it. Lindy says not. Tired Mom says anything is up from Justin. Tired Mom, thumbs up to the doc, though. Yes. Interesting. I don't know about the baby hat. Jody says, oh, the doctor is handsome. Okay. May 1954, yes or no? Are you seeing if this doctor is taking new patients? Is he taking new patients? I would like him to see me, please. Paul says, women around the world love Trudeau. Wish he'd go someplace else. No kidding. Just create an island of women who love you. And, oh, wait a second. That's different. But if he created his own little country where they just, love, 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 and we run through the fields every day. It's the daily running through the field. And I will come on television and I'll tell you that I'm in charge of your safety and that we'll be safe and that we're all in this together and let's stick together. And then we'd run through more fields. This has been Justin. Thank you. He's a pediatric surgeon. Well, I'm hearing conflicting reports that he's a pediatric surgeon. I'm hearing that he's a plastic surgeon. Could he be a plastic pediatric surgeon? Is there such a thing? A pediatric? Is it a plastic pediatric? No, because then it sounds like you're working on plastic kids. It's a pediatric plastic surgeon, which means, I guess, technically, you could be reconstructing. I don't know. Anyway, the verdict is in, and it is definitely a winner chicken dinner for Sophie. Sophie has moved up, she has moved on, and she has moved in, apparently, with Dr. Feelgood, Dr. McLovin. What other nickname could we give him? Congratulations. She found love in a hopeless place. She found love in a hopeless place. McLovin. Dr. McLovin and Sophie in the night. Hey, this year for your Christmas party, I've got the perfect spot for you. The Backyard on Aberdeen. Secure your holiday reservation for a group size ranging from 25 to 150 guests. They offer a delightful selection of traditional Christmas meals, including turkey with stuffing, beef Wellington, salmon Wellington, stuffed pork loin, Dijon pork chop. And they're more than happy to accommodate any special food requests you may have with any dietary requirements. The cozy indoor setting is adorned with Christmas trees, festive decorations, a warm and inviting atmosphere, and of course there is free There is free hot cider and hot chocolate to complete your festive experience at no charge. And they are also available to provide catering services for your Christmas party at your location. The Backyard on Aberdeen, Ida's Catering, open Monday to Friday, 11 till 5 at 1624 13th Street for easy order pickup. Alternative Choice Garden Center coming into the final weekend of the Scary Haunted House. If you have yet to get over there, you have got to see it. And at the same time, maybe ask them about their Christmas program involving poinsettias and getting a very, very generous discount on poinsettia plants that you in turn can sell to your members, your customers, your fundraisers. They've got a lot of poinsettias that'll be coming in shortly. And that gives you an opportunity to do a fundraiser for maybe a dancing troupe or a musical troupe or a school group. Talk to Alternative Choice Garden Center about that. And at the same time, make sure you check out the Haunted Greenhouse on until the 31st. Monday to Saturday, 9 to 5. Admission is free. They are accepting donations for Westman Dreams for Kids. Alternative Group Landscaping, Yard Care, Garden Center, and Excavation. You will find them at 34th and Patricia. Okay, what else we got for you this morning before we got to run at 8 o'clock? Hour 2 of the show is exclusively to Twitch Sunseekers, okay? So while we're on all the social media platforms right now, including TikTok and X and the like, we are going to move things over to Twitch, okay? Just giving you a heads up, TikTok, I'm talking to you. And I do want to say a special good morning to some of the folks who did join us on TikTok. Bradley and Abby, and also Cindy and Oliver. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you if you're joining us lurking on X. Again, we're going to move it over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Tyler Glenn Show in about 5 minutes or so, okay? Still to come on the show this morning, the viral video that blew up Twitter or X. And basically, people yesterday were sharing this video saying society is doomed. Society is doomed. In fact, you know what? I might get to that in just a second here. Are you tired of tipping? 75% think that tipping has gone too far now. We're past the point of return. Also, it's Pumpkin Day. We're going to show you a giant, giant Taylor Swift pumpkin that will make you laugh, I promise. And also the viral TikTok video regarding a restaurant phone charging fee. Is this fake or is it real? Is it a way for a restaurant to make just a couple more dollars for charging your phone? And changes coming to Disney World that you might like. Details on that coming up in a second. First, to the woman who was trending on TikTok yesterday, or pardon me, on Twitter and X, because, basically people were saying, we are so screwed. This is our future, really? Now, this girl, she couldn't believe that people work 9 to 5. Why and how could you work 9 to 5? This makes no sense to her. This makes no sense.
I'm probably just being so dramatic and annoying, but this is my first job, like my first 9 to 5 job after college, and I'm in person, and I'm commuting in the city, and it takes me fucking forever to get there. There's no way I'm gonna be able to afford living in the city right now, so that's off the table. Like, fucking duh! If I was able to walk to work, and it'd be fine, but I'm not. So it literally takes me, like, I leave here, like, I get on the train at 7:30, and I don't get home.
Oh, yeah, she's complaining that she's gotta work.
I don't have time to do anything. I want to shower, eat my dinner, and go to sleep. I don't have time or energy to cook my dinner either. Like, I don't have energy to work out. Like, that's out the window. Like,
yeah, welcome to being an adult.
I'm so upset. Oh my God. Nothing to do with my job at all, but just like the 9 to 5 schedule in general is crazy. Being in the office 9 to 5, like if it was remote, you get off at 5 and you're home and everything's fine. But like, I'm not home. It takes me long to get home, and like people that drive to the office, like you don't get off at 5.
Traffic too.
And I know it could be worse. I know I could be working longer, but like I literally get off, it's pitch black. Like I don't have energy. How do you have friends? Like how do you have time to like
You
meet,
don't have friends.
A guy, I don't know. Like, how do you have time for, like, dating? Like, I don't have time for anything, and I'm, like, so stressed out. And I'm also getting my period, so that's why I'm on the show.
Oh, you should have started with that.
Am I so dramatic? It's fine.
You should have started that. Okay, I got to go on this rant, and I'm just going to let you know that my aunt has come to visit, so everything I say in the next little while is going to seem a little crazy. But I mean, she went viral with that because people are like, "Oh, forget it, we're screwed. If this is going to be the new generation of 9 to 5." But does she have a point? I'm going to take her side because everyone's like, "God, snowflake." Oh yeah, on TikTok they're like, you know what? Yeah, she might have a point, and she might. Some are saying, "Suck it up, Buttercup." I don't know. I don't know. Think about it. 9 to 5 was set up at a different time. Maybe we should examine it. Maybe it should be 11 to 11:15. How about that? I mean, can't you get your work done? Okay, in all seriousness, 11 till 12. If you can't get your work done in an hour, then what's going on? What do you need so much time for your job for? But I was mildly entertained because she's stressed out because she has a hard time making friends. She has no time to do anything else, and she has no time to exercise. This is what being an adult is. Welcome to adulthood. This is how it is. And then you have a baby, she said. It'll be magical. Oh, you want to add some extra spice to that? Okay, then how about this? Let's have like 2, 3, 4 kids, and let's add that to the mix and see how that goes. You want no time? Oh, sweetheart. You ain't gonna have no time and no life, and we'll see you in 25 years. And add to that you are living in a place where it's dark for 8 months of the year, it's freezing cold, the snow is choking you to death, and life is grand. Yay, winner, winner! Oh, so is life. So is life. We have to say goodbye to our social media friends. Hey, thanks for being here. Whole bunch of TikTokers today. Thank you, TikTok, for being here. Thank you, Facebook, for being here. Thanks for joining the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. We got an update out of Maine. Again, there was a mass shooting that took place last night, and there is still a manhunt going on there. We've also got a highway update. We're getting reports that people are really going slow again today. That is coming up in the next little bit. We'll also update all your other good stuff as we move the party over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Tyler Glenn Show. At this point, we do have to thank our TikTokers and say farewell. Have a great day. We'll see you for a fantastic Friday tomorrow, okay? Take care, TikTok. See you later. Thanks for being here. And to our other social media platforms, thanks for being here as well. We're going to move the party over to Twitch for hour 2. Twitch.tv/Tyler Glenn Show. And don't forget the podcast is available at Red Circle or wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you for being part, even just a little bit, of the show today. And we'll see you tomorrow for a fantastic